Morning guys, I just thought I'd do a little 5-hour review on this. So I put a tank of fuel through it. I always like to do these reviews pretty early on so I remember all the things that I don't like about it, because after I put a couple of tanks of fuel through this I usually forget about them and you just operate around some of the idiosyncrasies. Uh, this is definitely a really fun machine. It's kind of like going out and riding a bike. Like whether it's a dirt bike or a mountain bike or a BMX or something, or even maybe some of you guys get a thrill out of riding a road bike. But yeah, it's kind of fun. You kind of look forward to getting on it. It's definitely different than the track machines. It's never going to have the digging power of a track machine. It's not, and it's not going to be a lifting powerhouse. But what it is going to be is extremely productive. So moving material front to back, prepping for a little slab site, doing landscaping, that type of thing. This thing's incredibly productive and incredibly agile, as you can see just there. The wheels, there's a little bit of experimentation. So today I was going to do some content for you today where I filled these full of water, but I've hurt my back, so there's no way in hell I'm getting on the ground today for you. So that'll have to wait a little bit. Still playing with tire pressures. I believe we're up around 35 psi. They do feel a little spongy still. I'll probably take them up to 40. Wheelbase. I kind of feel I'd like to see the wheelbase changed a little bit if I had to complain about anything. Like, it's still fun, but it is very rear tippy. And I think part of that is because this tyre is so far forward. You've got a lot of the machine back past that axle. I'll show you inside, it wouldn't be too bad. And I'd probably like to see the front tyres come this way a little, because you need an adapter up here. So I think I may not want the wheelbase to be longer. It could possibly be a little bit longer, but I wouldn't want to compromise my maneuverability. So I think I'd just like to see it come back a little, and it's not such a big job having a look inside. Quite like the H pattern. I'm not convinced that pilot control is the way to go on a wheeled skid steer. On a track skid steer, I get it because you're doing this. But as you can see here, I'm getting in pretty tight and maneuverable. And I think some of that precision would be lost on pilot control. What I would like to see is a twin joystick over on the wheel side and a single stick for your bucket and your boom controls. Bit similar to the Toro. You can put a T-handle on it and still operate it, bit like a pilot control, but it still gives you the precision. Now, bear with me again. Kanga and Dingo, they've never gone to pilot controls. That's because they recognize the need for precision in and around tight spaces. For the average homeowner or home user that just wants to travel back around their yard or the property, pilot control is going to be really great. But for your semi-professional, more skilled operator, I don't think pilot controls is the way to go for a wheeled machine. But I think for most of you, it'll be more than fine. So let's grab the camera and get in close. In the engine bay, it's pretty much a standard DRT 450 in here. The engine seems like it's pretty much in the same spot. You've got the same G3 pump and pretty much the same tank, but I noticed the tank probably has some cutouts for the wheels to fit, because the wheels, yes, there is a cutout in there, so they've been cut around there. So I'd probably like to see these come back here, I don't know, 50 to 100 mils, maybe just so the wheel edge was here, not all the way out here. Same with the rear motors. Now, you can see in there, over there, hopefully these hoses are in the way. Right, they've cut out the base plate for the wheels, and you could easily go back 100 mils there. Just a little bit of a change to that engine mounting plate, and you could move that motor back a little bit. Everything else is pretty much standard. DRT 450. So as you can see here, yeah, I'd just like these wheels to come back to be in line, I think, with the back of the machine. Not necessarily the standing plate, but back here a little bit. And they just give it a little bit more stability when you're backing up mostly. So when you're coming back and you've got a bit of a load, even with weight in the bucket, it's quite easy to tip up. Now here's the adapter. Now you can see here, so it's got the quick hitch, goes in there, and then it goes in and it bolts to the bucket. So it extends the bucket out that far, right? And that's because these wheels are so far forward. Okay, so moving the wheels back a little would solve a couple of problems: weight distribution and the need for a specialized adapter. I have noticed that I didn't realize when I got it that these actually have to slide this backwards and forwards, so I have it out of alignment 5 or 10 mils. But apart from that, this adapter does overcome a couple of problems of being able to adjust your heel to the ground height. For anyone that hasn't seen one before, a DRT 450, here's a basic review. There's your fuel tank, your hydraulic coolers on the side, so you've got good heat dissipation. Nice and simple controls, just your analog controls here and your H pattern. And your beautiful old Honda there. So you can see in the back here, I don't think it'd be too hard to bring that motor back 100 mil. It wouldn't take a lot of strength out of this at all. Your self-leveling bar. So let's just have a little bit of a drive and you have a look at the controls while I'm driving it and tell me whether you think it needs a pilot control or a twin stick. Honda always starts up so beautifully. So you can see it is quite tippy without any weight there, even with that up front. Like, it really wouldn't take much to put this thing on its ass. Going forwards wouldn't actually really bother me, but coming back, you got the whole weight of the machine. It's not really a good predicament. And you can see it's all pivoting around this back wheel here. It's still, don't let it distract you from the fact that this is fun as fuck. See, I just don't think you would get this kind of control from a pilot control. Now, what I'm saying is I think there should be sticks here, 2 sticks over this side for your controls and your boom over here. If you needed to, you could operate them like so, like on a Toro. Now bear with me, right? I'm going to show you why I don't think. So, a pilot control makes it a little bit harder to go forward and skid that back wheel at the same time. And sometimes on a wheeled machine, I really want to do a zero turn. Now you can do it on a track machine, but it doesn't like it. All right. So how close can we get to this witch's hat? We're about there. honestly don't think you're going to be doing that with a pilot control. Well, we just smashed the corner of the house. So as you can see, it's absolutely fun as hell. Um, oh, there we go. Shut it down a bit too quick. I probably, the only real complaint I have is the location of the wheelbase. And would I crack the shits and make them change it and all that? No, it's just an ideal situation. At the end of the day, it's still a nice little homeowner machine, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the use of it. I think water in the tires is going to change that whole bucking up thing, because it's going to have a nice center of gravity down nice and low. So I'm keen to see how that goes. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this 450. You got any questions about it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for all your support. So like and subscribe. Catch you later on, eh?